crap, you guys just busted me smoking on a how I quit smoking video. Hey guys, it's Holly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 10 ways that I quit smoking, and I wanted to share them with you in hopes that maybe this might help you if you are trying to quit or you want to quit or whatever. I'll be honest with you guys, this is the second video I have made. The first one I already filmed and I went to edit it. It was a 45-minute video on the same topic, and I tried editing it and getting it down, and I could not get it less than 30 minutes. Shame on me, my fault. I rambled through the whole thing, so I'm gonna try a different approach to this video and make it as short as possible, and I listed 10 things. The other video, I basically talked about my journey through trying to quit, and I talked about a lot of like childhood things and how I started smoking, and basically it was a lot of rambling. So because y'all didn't come here for that, you came here for the tips on how I quit smoking, I'm gonna cut all of that out and focus on the tips today, and hopefully this video will be short and sweet. You know, if you're not a smoker, this video might not be for you, but this video is to my audience that might be smokers. I want to say Happy New Year's to you guys. If you guys have made, you want to try to quit smoking, your New Year's resolution, I hope that maybe I can be of some help to you. Last December, I decided to quit smoking, and I have been smoke-free for 1 year, and that is after smoking for 22 years. So I'm very proud of myself, and it inspired me to make a video to hopefully help you guys. Let's jump right into it, or I'm going to start rambling again. Tip number 1 is to set a quit date. This was very important for me because I kind of had to talk myself into quitting, and because I quit January 1st, I set my date, I believe it was back in November, just to give myself enough time to work myself up to it. Not everyone is like that. Not everyone needs a quit date. Some people can, you know, throw their cigarettes out the window and never look back and be good. Unfortunately, I was not able to quit that way. So setting a quit date really did help me. So I encourage you to do that and to work up towards it and get yourself ready for it. Tip number 2, after setting your quit date, you need to get your mind ready. The mind is a very powerful thing, and the term mind over matter, that's not just a saying. That really is, you know, that really is the case. I mean, our mind plays a lot of tricks on us. Our mind makes us think that we can't live without cigarettes and that, you know, we need them. Basically, in getting your mind ready, you have to have a whole new outlook on how you think of things. You know, you need to start thinking of cigarettes as the enemy, as poison, as, you know, toxic. And we as smokers, we've never really looked at smoking that way. I know I haven't. So to change your mindset on how you look at cigarettes and open your mind up to, you know, I'm ready to quit. And let me just tell you, you are not going to quit unless you are ready to quit. Forcing yourself to quit, it's never really worked for me. You know, I've only quit 2 times in my life, and that was during both of my pregnancies, and then I did quit for 6 months one time. But as soon as the stress came back, I started right back up again because I wasn't ready to quit. So you have to get your mind right, and you have to be ready to quit. The third thing that I did, because I was so desperate to quit, searching for answers, was I downloaded an app on my phone, and it was called Live Strong My Quit Coach. And this app changed my life, really. I thought it was just an app to maybe like count down the days that I was going to be smoke-free, but there was so much more to this app. This app was like a small community of people that were either trying to quit, had quit, or were there to encourage you to quit, and they had already been quit for many years. They had a chat room there with people encouraging you. They would give you badges, 1 day smoke-free, and basically kind of like make you feel good about it. And if you ever needed any kind of support, they had 24/7 support. People were there, strangers from all over the world, really gave me support when I needed it the most. I mean, I really didn't feel like I had a good support system when I was trying to quit, and that is really important, to make sure that you have a good support system, because it's really hard to go through this on your own. I really wasn't strong enough to do it. If you're looking for a good support system or an app, try that app. It really worked for me. Like I said, it was called Live Strong, My Quit Coach. Okay. Thing number 4, which ties into the previous point, was while I was in this app, they encouraged me to download an audiobook, and it was by Alan Carr, and I believe the name of the book was The Easy Way to Quit Smoking, or something along those lines. Now, I was able to download it for free while I was in that app. I do believe that book is what made me stop smoking. The way that he approaches this whole thing, he helps you, he makes you look at smoking in a different way. Download the book, get the book. I promise it'll help you in some way and you will get something out of it. I did. I truly believe that he is the reason I quit smoking. Alan Carr, if I could see him or talk to him, I would give him a big thank you, because I have tried for many times to quit smoking and I've never been able to do it until I read his book. So thank you, Alan Carr, for giving me the courage to quit smoking when I couldn't find it within myself. Tip number 5. I know this tip is not going to work for everyone. I am self-employed, so I was able to do this. But if you are able to do it, I encourage you to do it. I took time off work to get through my withdrawals. I had a really bad case of the withdrawals. I was a very heavy smoker, and when I quit, it was not pretty and it was not easy for me. I had all kinds of physical symptoms, mental symptoms, emotional symptoms. Basically, I was a hot mess. So I had to I think I took a week or 2 off of work to get through the worst of it. If you're able to do that, I encourage you to do it. It helped me. The 6th thing that helped me was hard candy, suckers, and straws, and gum. You know, I have tried that nicotine gum, I've tried the patch, I've tried all that stuff. None of it worked. But when you're going through the withdrawals, your mind still associates that hand and mouth movement that you've been doing for so long, so many times a day. And when you don't have that, you feel like you have nothing to do with your hands. You don't know what to do with yourself. So sucking on a sucker really helps. Candy helps. But what I found to be the most helpful for me was gnawing on a straw. I mean, I would chew the heck out of these straws. And I don't know, it helped me. I felt like I was smoking and I wasn't, and I was able to, I sounded stupid. I was able to like gnaw my frustrations out on the straw. So those things helped me. Number 7, avoid triggers for you that will make you want to smoke. Now for me, this was a lot of triggers because I smoked when I did everything. My favorite time to smoke though was with my morning coffee, after a meal, talking on the phone, driving, I was a very heavy smoker, so I basically smoked while doing everything. I was one of those people that when I was running, I would take a smoke break in the middle of running because I had to have a cigarette. Every time I would go out in the pool, laying on the floaty, I had to have a cigarette. I was a very heavy smoker, and I wouldn't just smoke one, I would smoke like 3 or 4 in a row, which was awful. But anyway, so avoid triggers for you that make you want to smoke. Everybody has triggers, you know, or favorite times. So when I was going through my withdrawals, I tried to avoid those. So basically, I believe the morning I quit smoking, I didn't even come down and have my coffee because I knew that it would make me want to smoke, and I didn't think I would be able to do it. So I skipped out on my coffee. I believe I skipped down on it for a few days to a week. I wanted the caffeine, but I couldn't do it. I also avoided talking on the phone because for some reason I could never talk on the phone without having a cigarette. It was like I got all hyped up talking and I had to smoke. So you know what triggers you. So when you're going through the withdrawals and you avoid things that's gonna make you want to smoke, and also avoid being around other smokers if you can. I could not be around anybody that smoked, or I would have definitely been like, oh my gosh, give me one, I'm dying here. Because at the time I did feel like I was dying. Okay. Number 8. Netflix became my best friend. It literally did. When I was going through the withdrawals, I was having such physical symptoms and anxiety, and I can't even begin to tell you all the symptoms I had. So I would basically binge watch a show on Netflix. I would find one that was, you know, I really was into, and that had a lot of seasons too. And somehow jumping into someone else's world and getting so involved in watching that took my mind off of what I was going through and how I felt. And I'm not saying it took the symptoms away at all, because it didn't. But just having something to get my mind off of it helped me tremendously, rather than sitting around and constantly being like, oh my gosh, you know, dwelling on it. Netflix was my best friend. It got my mind off what I was going through. Number 9, prayer. I don't know if you guys are religious or are a Christian. I am a Christian, and I do pray. And I do believe that prayer helped get me through this. I basically just said, God, you know, I cannot do this on my own. I have tried many times. Please help me. Please take these nasty things away from me for good. You know, I don't ever want to smoke again. I know they're wrong. And I truly believe that, I believe in the power of prayer anyway, but I really believe that He heard me and that He helped me get through that. And the last one, like I said, I'm trying to get through these really quick because I don't want another 45-minute video. Number 10 is reward yourself. If you stick with it, reward yourself. What I was doing in the beginning, obviously I don't still do this, but we all know the cost of cigarettes is pretty expensive. So, you know, I was spending over $200 a month in smoking. So what I would do is every week that I went smoke-free, I would buy myself something that I would normally spend that money on smoking. I would reward myself for getting through a week smoke-free. Or if I didn't buy myself something that week, I would buy myself something at the end of the month. Now, obviously, it didn't have to be the same amount that the cigarettes were, or something for $200, but even it's something small, you know, reward yourself as a way of, you know, being proud of yourself for not smoking, because it's a huge accomplishment, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And it makes you feel good to be able to buy yourself something and be like, wow, you know, I'm rewarding myself because I didn't smoke, and this money would have been wasted on cigarettes and puffed away and stuffed in an ashtray somewhere. I don't know, it helped Fitbit that I have on right now. was my year gift to myself for being smoke-free. Didn't have to be a big gift, but my Fitbit just recently died, so I decided to get a new one. And that was the way that I justified it to myself, was I deserve this because I have been 1 year smoke-free. So I really hope these tips help you guys maybe in some way. Like I said, I cannot encourage you enough to download this app and read that book. I promise those are the two things that really got me through this. And I want to say the book changed my whole way of thinking. I really hope this helped you out, and thank you for taking the time to watch. And I hope if to stop smoking was your New Year's resolution, that you stay strong and know that you're not alone and that you can do this. Mind over matter. Be strong. Don't cave in. The withdrawals don't last forever. They're not going to kill you. And if you slip up, it's okay. You can start again. Don't be hard on yourself and think, well, I slipped up and had a cigarette, so now I got to go back to smoking a pack a day again. No. If you slip up, you can always start again. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Don't be so hard on yourself. Hang in there, and I hope that my tips might help somebody out there in the world that might be watching this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys in my next one.